They call me Dan, the Lakers Dtlf. And I got a master plan for the Lakers back to the promised land. Spread the vision through my people, cause we fans are equal. When we reach 20K subs, yeah, we gon' drop a sequel. Another Laker anthem track, watch me run it back. Got the keys to the city where my Laker jet.
What up, Laker family? It's your boy Dtlf back with another video. Wow, free agency is upon us, man. We're officially 2 hours and 30 minutes away from free agency, so keep it locked. I will be bringing news as it breaks, and of course, we will have a 1 hour special as soon as free agency hits. But this is not that, fam. This is not that. This is an update video on potential meetings the Lakers are going to have, and it is being reported. And again, I have good news and bad news. I'm sure y'all want the bad news first. Bad news is we just got breaking news that Dillon Brooks plans to meet with the Lakers today. Dillon Brooks, everybody's most hated villain. Dillon the villain plans to meet with the Lakers. This does not surprise me one bit. It is hysterical, though, because we all know how we feel about Dillon Brooks. In my opinion, he is overrated, and I'm not a huge fan. However, what, veterans minimum? Definitely not giving this guy the mid-level exception. I would be really frustrated if they gave him the mid-level exception. But if he wants if he wants anything less than that, then I wouldn't be shocked if the Lakers did it, because they tend to get the players I dislike all the time, all the time, man. But how y'all feeling about Dillon Brooks? Before we move on to Kyrie, because yes, there is a rumor about Kyrie as well that I think you guys are gonna like. But let's get the bad news out of the way first. Dillon the villain. What would be the right price? The right price for you guys for Dillon to be a Laker? I personally, I don't even want him. He'll be taking away minutes from Max Christie, from some of the rookies, Eric Lewis. I mean, he'll be taking minutes away. Okay, I'm doing good, man. I'm doing good. I'm excited, man. I'm ready. I'm energized. I got my sleep in. I'm excited because there's gonna be a lot of breaking news today, and I will be here to break most of it down. If Chris Jen can fix his jump shot. Well, once upon a time, Dillon Brooks was a very good player, right? From Oregon. And when he came into the league, before he got cocky, he was a very good player. But definitely don't like this guy, man, at all. My guy said, not a fan of Kai after the anti-Jew stance. I don't think it was an anti-Jew stance, man. Bro posted a video, and people twisted it as Zach Kane Carter. But let's talk about Kyrie since you brought it up. Kyrie Irving, and I don't want to get too excited, but Kyrie Irving is scheduled a meeting with the Lakers later on today. Okay, now sources tell CBS Sports that on top of Dallas and Phoenix, Kyrie will be meeting today with Miami, Houston, Lakers, and the Clippers, and all the meetings will be in Los Angeles. So that is very interesting and very intriguing. Can this guy take the full mid-level exception? Is he capable of that? If there's anybody who's capable, it is this guy, man. It is this guy. You know what I'm saying? So now, people are saying he's using us for leverage. That could be true, right? It has happened with other free agents as well before. So it could be true. I don't want to get too excited until something becomes official. Then I will lose my shit. But listen, if I'm the Lakers, I'm putting LeBron in the room, Rob Pelinka, and there was a report that this man is looking for the next place to call home for the rest of his career. He's already in LA. He got a house in LA. He kicks it in LA. He's taking the free agent meetings in LA. Why not stay in LA? Why not say, okay, we'll give you the veterans minimum this year, and then we'll sign you to a max contract when we get your bird rights afterwards, right? I believe you can do that. I'm not sure how the new CBA will work, but yeah, like that's what I would do if I was Kyrie. The pitch is LA, bro. You're gonna make up all the money you lost with all the endorsement deals if you help us win. Ain't no bigger market, ain't no better team or franchise, better fan base than the Laker fans. So if you want to stand for something bigger than just the upfront money, this is the place to be. And of course, LeBron can say, hey, Kyrie, bro, let's run it back. You know what I'm saying? We got some unfinished business. You know, come through the Lakers. It'd be a pleasure to have you. You're the second option right away offensively or he might even take over as a first option offensively since LeBron is starting to decline year by year. And then obviously AD can focus on the defense and whatever he gets as a third option. And then LeBron will be either 1A or 1B. But bottom line is this. I'm not sure what Kyrie will do. There's no way in hell we know what Kyrie Irving is going to do. Nobody knows. A lot of people think they know him, right? We don't know him, right? People telling me don't fall for it, this, and that. We don't know what Kyrie's gonna do. And again, I'm not getting too hyped, so I don't know. I don't know about falling for it, but I'll fall for it when it becomes official. But the bottom line is this: he's taking a meeting with us. That's huge. That is huge. That means we're still primary landing destination. So is Dillon Brooks, and who knows how many more free agents we will get meetings with. But that means that maybe the Bruce Brown situation is not as locked up. There's rumors he's meeting with other teams as well, et cetera, et cetera. So my guy said I'd rather have Brolo, Prince, Utah, and Javon Carter. They're all solid options for sure, but I would not rather have anybody than Kyrie this free agency if it's even possible. If it's not possible, then so be it. Lakers lose nothing but time trying to land them in a meeting. Dtlf said, "Don't fall for it, bro. Ain't nobody falling for shit." Like at the end of the day, I'm here to report the updates in the news, and that's all it is, man. This ain't falling for nothing. It makes me happy to know that the Lakers are still a primary landing destination, right? And always will be, no matter what the haters say. But if you really want to make me happy, sign on that dotted line. That's how I feel, Dtlf. That's how I feel, bro. If you really want to make me happy, you want to see me happy, this ain't nothing. I'm more excited for free agency today. But if this man Kyrie comes through and he signs on the dotted line during free agency, I think that'll make a lot of people happy, for real. Kitty says, can we afford Kyrie? It would be great to have him. Well, that depends on Kyrie Irving and how he views his future, right? If he sees this as a place where he can trust, if he takes a little pay cut that will pay him on the back end, then I believe so. However, if he wants his money up front because he already lost a ton of money, then he's probably just using everybody as leverage to go back to Dallas. That is also a plausible thing, right? And so my thing is this. If Kyrie is that type of dude, it'll show. This will be his final opportunity to potentially ever join the Lakers and follow in the footsteps of one Kobe Bryant, his idol, his mentor, right? This will be probably his final opportunity he gets in his career. So if he's really about it, now's the time. If he's not about it, it'll be exposed, and then we'll forever close that Kyrie Irving door. But at least we'll get a crack at it one time. This is the first official crack we've had. We never had a chance when he was in Brooklyn because, let's be honest, that owner was never going to trade him here, because they all hate the Lakers. But he has free will to decide what he wants to do and who he wants to trust. And so it'll be interesting to see what happens, what comes out of that meeting. Again, this could all be for leverage for him to go back to the Dallas Mavs. It could be for all of that. But at the end of the day, like I said, I'm not putting too much stock. In the past, I would have been super hyped about this, but we've been spurned plenty. Us Laker fans who've been here for years have been spurned by free agents left and right. So you can never get too excited until they make it official and it says breaking news, this, that, or this happened, right? Bottom line is this: Dillon Brooks and Kyrie Irving are, obviously Kyrie's top tier free agent. Dillon Brooks is mid to lower tier. But the Lakers are actually in the conversation with all these players, which makes you feel good as a Laker fan, because that's all we can expect is for Rob to get his foot in the door and to have a shot. Dtlf said, I'd be floored if he comes here for the MLE. Me too, brother. Trust me. I think all of Laker Nation would be floored. But if there's one player who's capable of doing that and putting his trust in LeBron and in the Lakers front office, it would be Kyrie. Kyrie's the one guy who thinks outside of the box. That's partially why I love him. But I think why a lot of people hate on him is because he's different. He's not very easy to gauge to the average fan, right? But like I said, LeBron and Clutch can make Kyrie all his money back just through endorsement deals, commercials, and bullshit and a half, if he really wants to go that route. However, if he wants his money up front, because some people are about their money and they want it up front, and I don't blame them if they do, then this is not going to be the place for him, because we don't have much flexibility at all. I do find it interesting how we haven't officially re-signed D'Angelo Russell, even though there is rumors that the Lakers and him have mutual interest in a $20 million 2-year agreement, which I think is perfect, right? Because anywhere between 18 to 20 is about what he should be worth, and then we'll have a team option according to sources for the second year. So that's a very tradable contract. If worst comes to worst, best case scenario, he lives up to the contract and outplays that contract. So it's a win-win for both sides, I think, if that happens. However, I find it intriguing that there hasn't been an agreement there yet. I wonder if there is a sign and trade in the works, or they're just keeping that as an option, just in case somebody like Kyrie does this, decide to be here, and then they tell Dallas, hey, well, Kyrie chose the Lakers. You either want him, you want something in return, or you're just gonna lose him for nothing. That could be an option. So again, in the sign and trade. So again, we don't know what's happening right now, but I'm just bringing you guys the updates. All right, don't shoot the messenger, y'all. Don't shoot the messenger. People talking about don't believe the hype and this and that. I'm just delivering you guys the updates, rumors, and the news. Ken Carter said, "Is there anything a player can do off the court, regardless of talent, that will make you not root for a player?" Also, if Kai said something about Hispanics, how would you act? First of all, you're taking this personal. I'm not taking it personal. He never said anything about Jewish people, ever. He said it himself. He loves all people, man. So if we're gonna have selective outrage and cancel culture and all this, that's not what I'm about, right? I'm not about that. He apologized for that, by the way. That's on people if they want to accept his apology or not. However, I'm not going to destroy a man's whole character. Have you actually taken the time to see what this guy does for the community behind the scenes, to see how actually of a great person he is in real life? When you do come back and talk to me, brother, because right now you got this selective outrage, and I don't ever remember him saying one bad thing about Jewish people, ever. All right, he tweeted out a video, and that got blown out of proportion. But did anything bad come out of his mouth? Be real, bro. Be real about that. You know what I'm saying? Don't just say stuff to say stuff and spew hatred. At the end of the day, I still like Kyrie. You don't have to, right? Everybody's entitled to their own opinion. But like I said, I feel like things get blown out of proportion when it's a certain demographic rather than when it's another demographic. He said, "Bro, I don't know if I could handle Dillon Brooks coming." I feel you on that one now. I feel you on Dillon, man. Dillon the villain. But bottom line is this, and I'll tell you the same thing I told the last guy. At the end of the day, all could be forgiven. If Dillon Brooks comes in here, humbles himself, plays extremely hard defense, works on his offense, because his offense has been trashed the last couple of seasons, and he gets better, I think Laker fans will like him, believe it or not, as much as we dislike this guy right now. Now, hate is a strong word. I don't like to use that for many players or even people in general, but dislike is the word I'd use for Dillon Brooks. I'm sure a lot of us Laker fans do not want Dillon Brooks on the Lakers. But if he does come, just like everybody else, right? Just like everybody else, we're going to accept and embrace him. That's just the bottom of at the end of the day, that's the core of Lakers Nation. Is we are the best fan base in the world, and we support all of our Lakers. We gave a second chance to Dwight. We learned how to love an ex-Celtic in Rondo. How many players we dislike did we not root for here? So it'll continue to happen, even if Dillon ends up being. And by the way, if he signs for cheaper than the mid-level exception, he would be a steal, if I'm being honest with you, because he does play solid defense, right? Now, is he overhyped? Hell yes. He's not as good as he thinks he is. He's not that guy. But would he be a serviceable role player wing? Of course he would. Do I want him, though? No. I believe there's cheaper options out there. For example, Cam Reddish is somebody the Lakers are being linked to. I definitely like Cam Reddish a lot, like 110%. I've been on the Cam Reddish train since he was in Duke, and I feel like he's been misutilized and underdeveloped throughout the course of his career. So that's how I feel about him, right? But let's be honest. He may or may not pan out. There's a chance he could come here and be the next Malik Monk and end up earning a bigger paycheck either here or somewhere else. Or there's also a chance that he could come here and just be a dud. However, whenever you have a 6'7/6'8" wing who can score, he can get hot, and also has good defensive mechanisms and can develop into a nice two-way player still, because he's still relatively young. What is he, 24, 25? And fits the timeline, by the way. Then I'm with it, especially for the veterans minimum. We have a lot of open roster slots as of right now. So, but I feel you. Hey, I feel you, bro. My guy said TMLE Dillon or Bruce if you had to choose. Easy. Bruce Brown, the champion, the proven one, the one that actually is who he thinks he is. That's the one I'm picking every time, right? I definitely like him, man. Let's see here. He said, "Hey, Dan, how do you shave your hair? It looks neat for a near bald guy." I'm not nearly bald, bro. I actually can grow a lot of hair. I'm a very hairy person. Here's the thing, though. With this summer, and I'm not trying to look for a new barber, I just shave it off just with the machine. Just, but if I let it grow, bro, I used to have long hair at one point. Like I lost a bet once and grew it all the way down here. So yeah, my hair can grow. Don't get it twisted. I'm not a bald guy or near bald. I don't know if that was your shot at me or trying to be funny, but I'll get it to you, man. He says, shake my head. The Warriors all of a sudden want Shake Milton because the Lakers want him. Shake Milton is a very good role player. I would not mind having him at all. I mean, you talk about somebody who could put the ball on the floor and get you buckets, and also is a very solid defender. One of those things. So, yeah, as far as Shake Milton goes, I wouldn't mind him at all. But of course, the Warriors are going to be pursuing everybody and their mama. That's what they do. It's the Golden State Warriors, man. Let's see. He said, one man said, as hairy as Kim K. I wouldn't know, bro. Don't get me in trouble now. I don't know how hairy she is, but that's all you. Man said hairy as Kim K. Let's see here. Don't you want to grow your hair again, Dan? Absolutely not. It is hot. It is summertime. Dan, Dillon can poke a bear elsewhere. The Lakers are about championships, not fake ones. Yeah, I think this is why we don't. The only way you take him is if he humbles himself and changes his ways like Dwight Howard did. We don't want any fake tough guys over here, to be honest with you. And this is one of the main reasons that I don't really like Dillon Brooks. And like you said, he could be poking the wrong bears. But I wouldn't be mad if he signs for the veteran minimum or anything just above that. Because at the end of the day, he's a decent player. You know what I'm saying? So one of those things, man. Do you think James Harden is time to go to the Clippers? I think James Harden wants to go to the Clippers. However, if I'm the Philadelphia 76ers, and we all know Daryl Morey is not going to get taken, right? Unless he gets under the table money from Ballmer as well. But at the end of the day, look, if I'm Daryl Morey and they're not throwing in Paul George in the package, I'm hanging up immediately. Pronto. And me not being a big Paul George fan, but at least you're getting some value in return there. And it looks semi-fair if you do that, right? You're basically trading defense for offense. But if they're trying to keep Paul George and they're still trying to land James Harden and to pair him up with Kawhi and Paul George, I'm hanging up if I'm Daryl Morey. That you can get better offers elsewhere. You got the Knicks probably calling. I heard the Bulls are trying to get involved. They got Zach LaVine. They got other options there, DeMar DeRozan. So there's other teams around the league that could actually do work and give you a solid combination of talent, unlike the Clippers, who are trying to always low-ball teams and give them under-the-table money. That's what they do. My guy Angel, appreciate you, man. Thanks so much for the super chat, brother. Always blessing the channel. Much love. He said, just got done sanding the baby's crib. Hey, shout out to my man being a father. He said, laugh my ass off, Dan. I need you 2 hours ago. My bad, brother. My bad. Hey, listen, I'm not going to clickbait you guys ever. The only time I come on is when it's something worth reporting. I will be on, however, at 3 p.m. Pacific time, so in a couple of hours here. And I will be on for a whole hour. And then after that, if we get more Laker-related news or just any breaking solid news that I need to report on, I will be popping up for 20-minute videos throughout the course of the day. So, yeah, I had to make this one because Kyrie is giving us a meeting. So that's solid. And then Dillon Brooks, unfortunately, as well, is meeting with the Lakers. So definitely worth reporting. Not to mention there's been other names linked to the Lakers like Cam Reddish and whatnot. And we're getting updates to the minute. So I will be updating you guys even on stream. If I get something that breaks on stream, you know where to find me. That's interesting. We're just getting a report right now that the Sixers are not expected to sign Tyrese Maxey to an extension this offseason. So, again, a lot of stuff going on right now, guys. Everything. My phone's blowing up like crazy. All kinds of messages, friends hitting me up. But I will reach back to you guys later. He said, Dan, Lakers love villains like Brooke. If he puts in work, sure. We'll love anybody. We've loved the Meta World Pieces of the world, the Matt Barnes of the world, but those guys put in work and were key components to this roster. Right now, all I see from Dillon Brooks is a clown. If he could turn the circus around and get with the program, that would be awesome. But I'm not holding my breath for that. I'm kind of hoping we don't sign him, especially if it's more than the veterans minimum, which he most likely will want. But if they do sign him, then I know that the Lakers, he is on brand as far as like a defensive wing guy, but I don't know about the selfless part. That's the one thing he got to work on for real. For real. Not a fan of his. I'll tell you that straight up. But if he comes here and he puts in the work and switches things around, Laker Nation will get behind him, just like we did Dwight. Remember, Dwight was very hated when he left the Lakers the first time, especially with all that trash talk he had between him and Kobe. Dwight was booed every time he came around. And sometimes the best way to turn your image around is if you can't beat them, join them, right? So Dillon Brooks couldn't beat the Lakers. he got booed to oblivion and he got made fun of. Imagine the narrative if he turns around and joins us. All of a sudden, he can go from most hated to most loved. So let's see. But yeah, do we have money? We have about 12.5 mid-level exceptions, the team player exception, and veteran minimums. And depending on how we spend those, we're going to see. What's the latest news, Dan? I was busy. Well, let me update you real quick. So Kyrie Irving will be giving the Lakers a meeting. Okay. At first, I thought it was just a rumor, but it turns out CBS Sports News, who's a legit credible source, is reporting that he's meeting with about 5 teams, Lakers included, and unfortunately the Clippers as well. So there's that. And then the other side of the coin flip, Dillon Brooks will be meeting with the Lakers when free agency begins as well. So I'm waiting for Woj bombs. I'm excited. I got butterflies in my stomach. It feels like the first day of school again, and it's a wonderful feeling, man. I'm excited for I'm excited for free agency. Can we cash in big time? Let's see. Yeah, Kyrie is meeting with the Lakers. Yes, he is. He's meeting with a bunch of teams. But the interesting thing is that he's meeting with these teams here in Los Angeles. So clearly, we have the destination advantage, which means he loves it here, right? He's been here almost every summer. He was at the Laker games. He saw the environment. Sure, he fell in love with the Laker fans. We can sell him on all of that. All the Lakers really have to do is promise him a future here. And I think that would be interesting if that happened, right? If that happened, if the Lakers could somehow promise him a future, guarantee it to him, and he trusts us, then maybe you'll see something crazy happen. But outside of that, Mavericks obviously have the advantage. They can sign him to more money. I don't know what type of connection he has with the slithery one over there in Phoenix, but that might be something. But LeBron got to be in the meeting, right? He got to be in the meeting if that happens. But yeah, free agent bombs going all across. If you guys have any questions for me, go ahead and shoot them. If not, I'm going to get off in a bit here and get prepared for the 3 o'clock special coming on live with you guys at 3 p.m. Pacific time, 6 p.m. Eastern, with breaking news and Woj bombs and Sham bombs and Dan bombs and all that good stuff. Definitely hit the like button, y'all. Hit the like button. Your boy's been putting in mad work. Listen, we working this laptop to the bone, all right? We're going to wear it out till it can't go no more, and then I'm going to buy a new one. He said, watch. He signed with the Clippers to pair the backup with Ty Lue. I would be really disappointed with Kyrie if he signs with 2 teams. Number 1, the Clippers. Number 2, the Phoenix Bums. He signs with any of those 2 franchises, man, I really start questioning Kyrie, because I'm a huge fan of Kyrie, but I'll question him if he does, because those are weak sauce moves, man. Especially when you got the best franchise sitting right there in front of you. Here's your golden opportunity. Kyrie definitely wanted to be a Laker. You don't believe me? Go back and watch those interviews. After he got traded to the Dallas Mavericks, when they asked him about the Laker potential trade, he wanted to be here. So I still think all he's asking for is some job security. If the Lakers say, okay, we'll sign you up front with what we have, and on the back end, we're going to hook you up, man. We're loaded with cash, and by next year, we're going to have more cap space, and the year after that, even more. So you reward us up front, we'll reward you, on the back end of the contract or something like that. It could happen. We've done it before with guys like KCP, who took minimum deals, and then they got rewarded with big contracts. So the Lakers are very reliable and very loyal to their players when they put in work, and I think that works with us. That works in our favor. We can pop up the track records. Look what we did for KCP, Kyrie. We'll do something similar for you, but on a bigger, grander scale, especially if you help us win the championship. You know what I mean? So, and then let's not forget about the endorsement deals. Let's not forget about the commercials, just rubbing shoulders and elbows with LeBron. Like that in itself gets you paid. That's what we need. Sis, she said, Woj equals bombs, shams equals wows, dance equals dams. I love it. I love it. Yep. I love it. I appreciate that. I'm honored. I'm honored that you out here creating, catchphrases for your boy. Thank you. Kyrie is all about the money. We'll see. We're going to find out this free agency. You might be right. He goes back to Dallas, and yeah, I wouldn't say all about it, but it played a huge part. I'll say that. I don't like to judge a book by its cover or a whole person, because we don't know these people in real life. We see them on TV, but do we know them? No. Bring back D'Lo, that's most likely going to happen. And it's sounding like it's a 2-year, $40 million deal with a 1-year team option. So they can opt out after the first year, which, again, it's one of those things that it's a good thing for the Lakers because it becomes at the worst case scenario, it becomes a very tradable contract, right? With an expiring deal worth 20 mil, it could bring you back some key pieces in the future. If it doesn't work out, my guy said, nah, wouldn't it be Danonino? Are you naming me after the damn yogurt, bro? Stop it. Stop it. Appreciate y'all. Y'all funny, man. He said Danonino. Oh my goodness. The Mexican yogurt. Stop. Yep. Okay. So the Bulls are still taking calls on Zach LaVine. That there's a nice little update for you guys right now. Or as Tara likes to call it, a damn bomb. But yeah, there you go. Update on the timeline. Let's see what else. I think that's all we got for you guys right now. Any final questions before I get off, though? Again, we'll be back at 3 p.m. Pacific time with official news as it breaks, man. We're going to be here reacting to not just Lakers signings, but other team signings as well. So if you're a fan of the Lakers or not, you're just a basketball fan or just a DTLF fan, definitely hit that like button, subscribe. And yeah, final questions. Let's see. You're wearing my favorite shirt? Oh, yeah, man. What you know about Majora's Mask? Only the OGs know about that game, man. 64 all day. He said, what teams are you watching in free agency? Every single team, Benaya. Any team could sneak up and they could pull off a sneaky link, if you know what I'm saying. Like any team could sneak up and link up with a player that we didn't even see coming. So yeah, any team. I'm just watching the free agency as a whole. Obviously, the number one team on our radar is our Lakers, our beloved Lakers. But after them, I mean, I want to see the Clippers fail this free agency. I want to see the Knicks succeed. That's my second favorite team. I want to see the Suns fail. I want to see, the Celtics fail. But I'm sure some of these teams that we dislike are going to land some key free agents as well. So the Lakers just got to stay on their toes and get whatever they can. Elia Cruz said, predictions for today, Dan. My prediction for today is that we're not going to sign every free agent, obviously, in one day. But at some point, I feel like we will shock the world with one of these signings. I don't know if that's a good or a bad thing, but it'll be a shock. It could be Dillon Brooks. It could be Kyrie. It could be Cam Reddish, something more minor. It could be, Mason Plumlee, something like that. But I do believe that during this free agency, at some point, Rob Pelinka and the Lakers will shock the world with some out of left field signing that we didn't expect coming this offseason. So that's my prediction. What that will be, no clue. I can predict we're going to sign minor free agents as well. I think Cam Reddish will be one of them. Bruce Brown, there's a chance, but that would be a mid-tier one. There's a couple pieces out there, man. ESPN fired mostly the right people. That's how you feel? I disagree. I disagree with that. I thought Jeff Van Gundy used to tell the truth a lot. Like when there was phantom fouls and stuff like that, that's why they fired him. They don't like truth tellers over there, man. And then Jalen Rose, well, I wasn't like the biggest Jalen Rose fan, but Max Kellerman, he definitely knows his stuff. Like not only did this guy get downgraded from First Take, but then eventually he got removed entirely from ESPN. I don't get that one. So I don't know about the right guys. Now, ESPN does this periodically where they try to hit the reset button. They release guys. I think they thought, since it's free agency, the world's not going to notice that much. But yeah, they let go of some good pieces there, man. I'm just like, my man said, Dan, you should apply for ESPN. They are hiring. That would be nice, wouldn't it? I'd be like probably the most Laker representative person there since they fired my guy Keyshawn. So shout out to Keyshawn, man. But yeah, I mean, you never know, man. Anything's possible. They reach out to your boy. I'm definitely down. He said, let's sign Dwight Howard as a backup. Now, that would surprise me because this guy is in Taiwan. I believe he had a decent season over there, but I'm not sure his NBA career isn't over at this point, right? I'm not sure. Will we sign Bruce Brown? There was a rumor yesterday saying that the Lakers were increasingly confident. However, that might have changed by today because now we're taking free agent meetings with other players. If we were that confident about Bruce Brown, we probably don't even take a free agent meeting with Kyrie or Dillon Brooks because those guys are going to want more than veterans minimums, I'm sure, right? But the fact that they're taking those meetings tells me that maybe he's not as in the bag as we thought yesterday. And again, you're going to be hearing conflicting reports and nothing's going to be official until it's official. But I can't wait to break down the breaking news with y'all. And on that note, I'm gonna stop right here at the 30-minute mark because I need to save these vocal cords. I'm gonna be talking a lot throughout the course of the day. So I will see you guys here at 3 p.m. Pacific time for the free agency special with yours truly, DTLF. Make sure to turn on them post noti bells and keep it locked for all things Lakers and more. All right. Enjoy the rest of the evening. See you guys at 3. Peace.